Hi everyone, I'm Corey on your Witch in Residence. That's got me thinking. A very wise, admittedly Hollywood wizard once said, magic is the bloodstream of the universe. Forget all you know, or that you think you know. All that you require is your intuition. Now, the power to control the world is in which finger? Anyone who lived through the 80s has probably already seen this and knows the answer. So let's dive into Willow. But before we do, I'm going to ask that if you haven't already, if you would please consider dropping a like or a subscribe on this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me reach more people. And if you're already here for this long, I think you can all agree that I should be reaching more people. So with that obligatory ritual out of the way, let's dig into Willow. Now, for the purposes of our discussion, let us say that in real life, magic is the ability to create wonder in others. Okay. Now, that can be anything from a child's smile when you put on a really good puppet show for them, or a stage magician, or when you listen to a writer speak beautiful words, or perhaps even you take somebody to your favorite spot to see a beautiful sunset. That feeling of wonder is capable of being generated by all of us. And I think for anyone who has experienced truly beautiful wonder, you can call it magic. Now, we all know in Willow that the answer to the riddle at the beginning is, of course, your own fingers. So the question becomes, as Willow is about to become a series, can we go ahead and create some wonder in our lives and in people around us? And why would we even want to? For me, I think the answer is fairly obvious that I love creating wonder in others. I actually do it by creating this channel and having all of you listen to my words and ponder the implications of them and say, hey, that made me really think. And it puts a smile on your face. And that smile really is what I've always wanted. Personally, the thing that got me into magic, that got me into occult learning, that got me into all of this, was the basic premise that I could create wonder for other people, and I could help them feel that way, and I could create a better world for my fellow man by giving them that gift, even if it's just one person at a time. Now, I know you were probably hoping I would go into pull one of the books off the shelf there and give you a diatribe on creating magic for yourself, but that's not quite how it works. What it really works at is people making the decision that because they feel a pull to do something wonderful for somebody else, they go ahead and create that wonder. So how are some of the ways we can bring more wonder to our life? Well, look at things that give you passion, that you enjoy, a hobby, a fantastical thing that you do in your own life, and explore it more. Take that time and find something in it that surprises you, that makes you, giddy and light at heart. And once you've found that feeling, realize that you are not the only person that is going to experience that feeling from an event. Okay? When we look at Willow, the series, we see our main character travel through distant lands and learn along the way. He really goes through the hero's journey, which at some point I'm going to have to cover because it's such an important piece of Western writing. And really most writings from the world when you get down to it. But the basic premise is he goes out and he is changed by the events he sees. To him, he is a smaller person walking in a world of giants. And that's an incredible feeling. That in and of itself could be producing a whole feeling of wonder inside him. And we see that wonder takes hold and he learns from it, and he after his adventures, returns home changed. He now knows magic, and he now knows how to fill other people with wonder. So we need to learn that lesson too, I think. I think that if we had more people out there, among people, trying to have others experience wonder like an artist does, or any type of person who just simply likes to hold another's hand and look up at the stars and marvel at the beauty all around us. Because I think even people who say, magic is nonsense, or, faith and all that is not needed, can still experience wonder, and can all agree that wonder in and of itself is a beautiful thing to behold, and that there is something special and something amazing about it. So when I say the word magic, please hear wonder. And please realize that what I am trying to share with you is that experience of joy that one gets from confronting something so beautiful and incomprehensible that it fills us with joy. So, what can we do to add some magic to our lives? Let's talk about some of the basic stuff, right? When was the last time you went outside and just looked at the stars? Or took a trip outside of your daily life to try to discover something beautiful that you may never have seen before? When was the last time you took a look at your dreams and decided, I want to do that? The reason why I say this is because I want to remind you that that is an important part of being human, of experiencing the world around you, of exploring, of getting a little bit of wanderlust. Not all of us right now can afford travel. Goodness knows it's very pricey out there. And I mean, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I don't make a lot of money. But I think that there are places of wonder to be found even within walking distance of one's home. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. How often have we gotten out of our gaming chair, out of our comfortable home, and gone out beyond our normal routine trips out? When was the last time we went for a walk into the places around our home that maybe we don't normally walk, and just seen what beauty we can find there? Have a little bit of an adventure. Have a little bit of wanderlust in your heart. Okay? That's all I'm suggesting. And then if you do find something beautiful, something wonderful, something amazing, share it. Share it with the people you love. Okay? Even if it's a piece from a video game. I'll be honest. Jedi Fallen Order, for those who haven't played it, I won't spoil the ending. But for me, the ending was terrifying, but just absolutely amazing. And I highly recommend playing through that game, especially with a sequel being made, for the ending alone. For those moments where your heart skips a beat going, oh no, and realizing how absolutely terrifying and wonderful it is worth checking out. So I highly recommend doing it. I highly recommend playing through it yourself, because it is a fantastic feeling. Some of the other things I highly recommend, other than going out and exploring, or maybe staying in and exploring, look for beauty in your home. Okay? All of us, even in small bachelor apartments, have enough room to grow a flower in a potted plant and watch it grow. And just sit with it for maybe 5 minutes a day and watch it grow. Because that's a truly amazing thing. That is the magic of life. And life is pretty fantastic when you allow it into your heart. Okay? We could stare at a sunset or even a sunrise, because I bet most of you haven't decided to take a look out the window in an early morning and get a sunrise in. I mean, granted, I have no problem with people doing it with a cup of coffee, but just sitting and watching the sun come up is a pretty wonderful and pretty magical event. For me, I tend to find the most magic in my daily life by going into some of the secluded and hidden and quiet parks that exist near where I live. There's a couple of places near me that are absolutely beautiful in their wildness. When I was younger, I lived near a ravine, and there's a walking trail through it that you have to get to by going down this, what felt like when I was younger, almost a sheer cliff. And it leads you down to a path that goes by a river. And as you're walking down this path, you can hear the river bubble and burble as you go. And it leads you under a bridge. And the bridge is wide enough that even on a really hot day, as you're walking under the bridge, it suddenly feels amazingly cool. And then you keep going, and the path opens up to a valley full of ferns with evergreens high above it. And as you walk along, you can listen to the ferns, and it almost sounds like rain as the wind passes through them. Carrying along on the path, you eventually come to an open area, and you see a hill, and the hill is rimmed with trees that prevent you from seeing what's on the top of the hill. And when you go on there, it's a very small plateau, and it happens to be just almost perfect for a circle, for a ritual circle. So there have been a few times where I've gone up there and gone to do some ritual work in my spiritual path. But even going up there and just seeing a place that nature has kind of hidden from the world, to me was always this beautiful magic to it. This kind of wonder at being in a place that not everyone is going to get to see. Only those who look at a place can see it from a distance and say, I bet others would be hesitant to go and try and do. One of the first men up Mount Everest famously said, when they asked him why he climbed it, he said, because it was there. Personally, I prefer to believe that he went up there, not just because it was there, but because he had to see what it looked like from the top, because he needed to have that magic in his life. So, as always, I seem to assign homework, so I'm going to assign it today. I would like everybody, if you could please, comment on something in your life that filled you with wonder. Okay? Just made your heart sing. Even if it was something small, even if it's something simple, what matters is you found wonder in it. Share it with the group. And if you would do that, and you would share your wonder with us, I'm sure all of us would love to try to experience some of that ourselves. And with that, I will say, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Take care, everybody.